I find the impact the atomic bomb had on the world to be fascinating. It's a pivotal moment in history. It revolutionized the way we view and approach war. The decision to use the atomic bomb significantly helped the United States become the world power it is today. The United States began uranium research in 1939. After little progress in the brewing of World War II, Franklin Delano Roosevelt increased the project's urgency and developed the Manhattan Project in 1941. The Manhattan Project was like a secret underground construction site for developing the atomic bomb. The increased federal funding demonstrates how urgent the United States became. The project was a $2.2 billion secret investment. FDR was the president and the man who signed off on the development of the atomic bomb, but he would not live to make the decision to deploy it. Henry L. Stimson, Secretary of War from 1940 to 1945, acted as Roosevelt's right hand during the Manhattan Project. The degree of secrecy of this project became clear to me after the death of FDR. Following the death of FDR in 1945, Vice President Harry Truman was named president. I was surprised to find out that he was not aware of the Manhattan Project before that point. FDR and Stimson didn't feel he needed to know about it, but after Truman was named president, Henry L. Stimson read him his memorandum informing him of the Manhattan Project and the plan going forward. Stimson told Truman that the United States was on the verge of obtaining the world's most terrible weapon. Stimson states that the U.S. had a several-year head start on the rest of the world, but that will not last forever. Too many scientists know about uranium research and eventually will be able to develop the atomic bomb at a much cheaper price. Stimson argues that if a country of the United States' magnitude can create an atomic bomb without the rest of the world knowing, imagine what a smaller country could do. Stimson was essentially just filling him in and telling him what FDR and his committee had planned. So did he really have the ability to shut the whole thing down? After the atomic bomb had been successfully developed, Stimson wrote another memorandum to President Truman informing him of what he should do. Stimson believed that the United States' best option was to hold a conference with all the Allied powers and give one last warning to Japan to unconditionally surrender, knowing that there was no chance that Japan would undermine their emperor and agree. If they refused, then drop the bombs. Truman followed Stimson's memorandum to the very last detail. Truman called for the Potsdam Conference, and after the Japanese rejected to unconditionally surrender, he agreed to drop the atomic bomb. President Truman is credited with making the decision to deploy the atomic bomb, but he never had the power to decide whether or not to use the atomic bomb. Stimson was calling the shots from day one and had no intention of not using the bomb if successfully constructed. He stated, "At no time from 1941 till 1945 did I ever hear it suggested by the President or by any other responsible member of government that atomic energy should not be used in war."